Hello, hello.
So let us wait for 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
Sir, I think we should start now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ashato ma sadgamayam tamasho ma jyotirgamayam nityam ma amritam gayam. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let me untrue to truth, let me darkness to light, let me dead to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Today I will discuss about the block 6 and other related topic, the tourism policy 2020-23, and also the definition of education. Today agenda draft tourism policy 2023, education slogan, Festival of India, a cultural construction abroad, India Feast, and Kalinga Bali Jatra, and places, palace, actually it is the Palace of Wheels, not Place of Wheels, Palace of Wheels. In earlier class, someone asked about the question about tourism policy. Actually, so many tourism policy we have, but recent tourism policy that is the draft in 2023, this policy is designed to enhance the tourism. Just a minute. Just a minute. 1 minute. This policy is designed to enhance the tourism in India by improving the overall framework and creating the job opportunity. The main objective of this is job opportunity, ensuring sustainable development with a focus on increasing the vegetation and preserving the cultural and natural resources. The policy aims to make India a vibrant year-round tourist destination Earlier it is discussed that it is a tourism actually the seasonal for that. But they are trying to it a year-round tourist destination. The establishment of the National Tourism Advisory Council will guide the development of tourism sector and ensuring the collaboration between various government levels and industry stakeholders. Here is now the private sector, they are collaborated to the private sector also. Now, what are the key strategy objective of the national tourism policy? The key strategic objective of the national policies to enhance the contribution of the tourism to the Indian economy. This is the one of the Indian economy and tourism are correlated for this thing. How they it should be developed for them by increasing the vegetation. If it is the number of visitors are visited for this thing, then automatically economic condition will be increased. Stay and number of stay, that means the duration of the stay will be increased and spending power, making India year-round tourist destination. To create job and entrepreneurial opportunity, make India opportunities in the tourism sector to ensure the supply of skilled workforce. Then the skill development, government of India, not only in the tourism or hotel industry or accommodation industry, they are also trying to develop to other sector also. But in our business, we develop our tourism skilled men, including the accommodation sector. To enhance the competitiveness of the tourism sector, to attract the private sector investment, the government alone cannot develop the tourism. If private sector are motivated, given some benefit for that, relaxation of the taxes for that, they will be interested for that. This is one of the motive for this thing. To preserve and enhance the cultural, natural resources of the country. To ensure that, and again it is ensure the sustainability and responsible inclusive development of tourism in country. If you see to the UNWTO, World Tourism Organization, they are the guidelines in the particular area with the rural development and sustainability. There are emphasis for that. Now it is the draft. How does the policy aim to ensure the sustainable development in the tourism sector? Through this particular national policy or draft national for 2023. The national tourism policy aims to ensure the sustainable development in tourism sector by focusing on the preservation of cultural and natural resources. Their motive, their focus on that. The policy emphasizes the importance of preserving and enhancing the cultural and natural resources of the country. If they preserve and enhance their culture and natural resources for preservation for early for next generation, which is essential for sustainable tourism development, that means you maintain some carrying capacity. That carrying capacity would say is related to the civil engineer. Now it is coming to the tourism also. Now responsible tourism practices. Every stakeholder of the tourism should maintain the responsible to protect, to promote, to protect the responsible tourism practice that minimize the environmental impact. That environmental impact means to it is a negative impact and support the local communities. The, in, the inclusive development. The policy aims to inclusive development ensuring that tourism benefits a wide range of stakeholders, including the local populations, which contribute to the sustainable economic growth. Each and every time it is guided, they contribute to the sustainable local sustainable economic growth through the local population, local communities. The whole of the government approach is what is the government approach for by adopting whole government approach with the state government or central government or whatever the other regulatory board, the policy encourages collaboration the public PP model, public-private model among the various ministries and level of government, then the collaborative as well as interdisciplinary to address the multifaceted challenges faced by the tourism industry, ensuring that development is sustainable and well coordinated. Now, who will chair the National Advisory Committee? The National Advisory Council (NTAC) will be chaired by the Union Minister of the Tourism. The council will also comprise all the tourism minister of the states, representative of the relevant in the ministries, and industry stakeholder to provide the overall vision, guidance, and direction. Here we say all the tourism minister of the state, representative of the relevant line minister. The it incorporates all the ministers for them who are directly or indirectly associated for this guidance, direction to the development of the tourism sector in the country. Now, now we have completed tourism policy, now it is in the draft position. Now, when we are talking to the tourism the discipline or interdisciplinary subject for that, so we need some to understand about what is actually education for that. Why we learn about that? Whether it is interconnection to the education and tourism education. Is there any possibility for that? Before that, I will invent very simple slokas for that. Then I will ask you some question related to the question. You prepare for yourself, then it will be better to understand what is that. Just I recite this thing. Vidya dadati vinayam, vinaya jati patratam, patratat dhanam apnoti dhanat dharma tato sugam. What does it mean? It is vidya dadati vinayam. Knowledge means humble, politeness. That humanity, that politeness is the eligibility to learn the worthiness create the wealth and enrichment. That enrichment lead to the right conduct. Then we learn something the conduct, code and conduct for this thing. And that conduct, that humbleness, dhana dharma tato summa. If there is a dharma means righteous. The righteous means a duties and responsibility around your surrounding. This is the righteous. What is the phenomenon of this thing? This is the dharma. Dharma is not a religious or spiritual like this. Your responsibilities. And the right conduct being in contentment. That means if you are doing your proper dharma, that means you are given to the satisfaction, your motto for this thing. So this is the meaning, the simple meaning for this. What are the questions related for this sloka? How can the principle of knowledge, vidya dadati vinayam, and knowledge and discipline, worthiness, wealth, and good deeds be applied to the development of sustainable tourism practices? Is it possible for that? Because in the modern era, we accepted that the morality and ethics are declined for this thing. How these particular sloka can be applied to a tourism in the form of sustainable tourism development or sustainable tourism practices? And second question, what are the some example of how tourism can contribute to the preservation of cultural heritage and knowledge, as emphasized in the sloka? Now, third question, how can tourism experience be designed to promote the personal growth? You are designed to experience, but you need also your personal growth and development, fostering sense of discipline and worthiness in the visitors. So this should maybe you think about that. Why, how, and what? In what ways can tourism contribute to the economic development and social well-being in local communities? We are talking about the social beings, we are talking to the community engagement, we are talking to the local economic development. How? While so ensuring the pursuit of wealth does not compromise ethical principle. Earlier I told about the decline, the moral and ethics for this thing. Just so everyone try to earn the money without any maintain the ethical and morality for this thing. Anyhow, that diminish the ethical and moral for this thing. Not all the people for that. Ethical principle and long-term sustainability for this thing. So what is our responsibility as an academician or just stakeholder of the tourism, how to do? These four questions may be answered or for your betterment and try to understand the deep meaning of the tourism related to the education. However, that now we are going to our the main chapter that is the main chapter the festival of India. I already discussed about the culture, the various part of the culture, dance, music, tangible, intangible aspect of this thing. Now after understanding all these aspect and characteristic of the culture, how to promote this thing, what you will do for this thing. The main objective of organization of the Festival of India, what are the main objective then? Changing perception. The festival, it is not we are celebrating something about the, what is the deep rooted meaning of that? One of the primary goals was to alter the existing perception. What perception we have? We're altering about the Indian key international market. That means here is the market in context of the market, in number of tourists or visitors of a particular product. This is in context of marketing. Number of customer of the particular product. The international market, what the perception, existing perception are there, we should need to change them. Particularly in countries that are important partners for India for contributing to the economic development. These aim to present a more nuanced and contemporary view of the Indian culture beyond historical stereotypes. So we should think about that. Stakeholder, academician, planner, marketers should think about that. Showcasing cultural heritage, heritage which is benefit to the society, which is generated from the inherited from past to present. How to showcase for this thing? The festival aimed to celebrate the total expression of Indians' culture and heritage, highlighting its continuity and change from ancient times to the present. Inherited past to present because an immense benefit to the society. That's why it is converted as a heritage. These include showcasing the various aspects of the Indian creativity, including classical, contemporary art that can attract the tourist also, music, dance, and crafts. Now, promoting the tourism by presenting Indian rich cultural diversity. For we are the cosmopolitan culture for this thing. So we have some mixed culture for this thing, and heritage and festivals sought to create curiosity. Curiosity is one of the motivation factor to attract the tourism and interest among the international audience, thereby promoting India as a tourist destination. Education outreach. The festival include special educational program designed to make Indian culture more accessible and to the general audience, particularly student, through the various media and educational packages. Then cultural exchange, one of the most important factors. The festival served as a platform for cultural exchange, inviting people from different countries to engage with and related to the Indian experience. With and related to the Indian experience that you consider about this, thereby fostering international goodwill and understanding. If your goodwill and understanding is okay, then it can be the influx or arrival and of the tourists will too much for that. Increasing for that, when number of tourists increasing for this thing, number of economic condition will be changed for this thing. These objective collectively aim to enhance Indian cultural presence on the global stage to foster deeper appreciation of its rich heritage. Just a minute. Rich heritage. Now, how does Festival Indian help in promoting tourism? Only festival can promote to the tourism, and how? What are the ways are there? Increasing the awareness. Phillips Kotler said that if the product has the attractive magnetic power to attract the customer, no need for marketing. But others are they are also not satisfied that Phillips Kotler that type of concept. They think if you have the attractive power, but you need to inform to the others and also increase the awareness by showcasing Indian rich cultural heritage and contemporary artistic expression. The festival generate interest and awareness about India as a travel destination. The events highlight the diversity and vibrancy of Indian culture, attracting potential tourists. Here we understand about the potential tourists mean who get the prosperous tourism, who have the potentiality to arrive to India. Then cultural engagement. The festival provides an immersive experience for international audience, allowing them to engage with Indian traditions, art, music, and cuisine. This engagement foster a desire to visit India to experience its culture firsthand. Now, boosting tourist traffic. There has been a noticeable increase in tourist arrival from countries where the festival were held. It is already festival were held. The arrival from this country are increasing, such as UK and the USA. The excitement and promotion surrounding the festival create trends that encourage travel to India. The media coverage. Everything media can spread the message of the tourism product or festival to the prospective or potential customers. The extensive media coverage of festivals help to promote India globally, showcasing its cultural richness, attracting tourists who may not previously consider visiting. If are given to their historical perspective of that, they may be attracted to India to understand and to see the particular product. The long-term impact, while the immediate effect of the festival may be temporary, but they contribute to the lasting interest in Indian culture and tourism influencing travel decision and lifestyle choice among the international audience. Overall, the Festival of India Act is a significant promotional event that integrate cultural celebration with tourism marketing. Cultural celebration with tourism marketing enhancing India's visibility as a desirable travel destination. These particular activities may increase the directly or indirectly affect to the GDP of India. Now we are going to achieve the Festival of India, cultural awareness. What are the some achievement and limitation of the Festival of India? The festival significantly increased awareness and understanding of Indian art, culture in various countries. They help to correct misconception. Earlier concept had changed to right conception for that and present more nuanced view of India moving beyond the stereotype. The permanent cultural installation. The festival led to establishment of the permanent galleries of Indian art in prominent museums, such as the Victoria and Albert Museum in London and the Metropolitan Museum in New York. These installations exhibit serve as a lasting legacy of the festivals, stimulating interest of Indian art. The festival successfully stimulate interest in Indian folk tradition and arts abroad, presenting them as a living tradition rather than mere exotic artifacts. His approach helped to popularize Indian culture of an unprecedented scale. It cannot be ignored for this thing. They also motivated to the audience. Not a tourism boost. There is a noticeable increase in tourist traffic up to India from countries where the festival were held. India government also demonstrated their festival to abroad, indicating that events effectively promoted India as a travel destination. The media coverage, the extensive media coverage generated by the festival provides a significant exposure for Indian culture. We estimated the billions in unpaid advertisement, which further enhance Indian cultural profile internationally. Now, limitation of the festival, if it is the positive for this type, then there should be a negative. What is the limitation? Negative. And how? What is the limit for that? We cannot cross for this thing. Quantify our success. It is challenges to quantify the tangible gains from the festival. Such a cultural project often focus on changing the perception rather than measurable outcomes. Changing the perception rather than measurable outcomes. These make it difficult to access the full impact of the festival. So we cannot, it is impossible for that. It is judgment, it is qualitative for, not quantify for this thing. Temporary trends. While the festival created a temporary surge in the interest in tourism, sustaining this interest over the long term as a proven difficult. It should continue, it should be patience for that. The excitement generated may not always translate it into lasting engagement with Indian culture. Then cultural misinterpretation. Despite the effort to the present Indian culture authentically, there is always a risk of misinterpretation or oversimplification of complex cultural elements. As earlier said, culture is not a simple, it is multifaceted. It is a combined and mixed when presented to the international audience. Care should be taken for that. Now, resource allocation. When you're developing through this thing, presenting something, you need resource. Resource means you have some productivity power of the natural goods and others. uh, we need for this thing. Organizing large scale festival require the significant resource, human resource as well as monetary resource and funding. Human significant resource mean human resource and others for them and funding, which may not always be available or sustainable in the long run. So you should continuous work for this. This can limit the scope and frequency of such cultural events. Focus on the major cities. We are contributing on the major city. Other cities are there. The festival often focus on the major urban center, which may overlook the rich cultural diversity present in the rural and less urbanized area of India. So it should be focused for this thing, potentially leading to an incomplete representation of Indian culture. So it should be thing and the master plan should be incorporated in this particular tourism policy. In summary, while the Festival of India has achieved notable success in promoting Indian culture, it is calculated benefit and tourism. It is faced the challenges. Of course, there is a challenges related to the sustainability, representation, and the quantification of its impact because it is the qualitative method for this thing. Now, structure, planning, and organization of the festival, which has done in the abroad for this thing. What is the structure for this thing? National Advisory Committee. When the festival are there happened for the had happened, The organization of the festival was overseen by the National Advisory Committee appointed by the Prime Minister of India. These committees, not only one committee for this, include the representative from various ministers and departments. And when it is done for this thing, maybe in the National Council of Hotel Management, the representative there, art section for this there, commerce section for this, there are contribution to whole, as well as the eminent personalities regarding to the knowledgeable people from the field of art and culture. Then festival directed, a dedicated festival directed or cell within the Department of Culture acted as a nodal agency responsible for the day-to-day operation and coordination of the festival. Again, it is needed your education and ethical and morality. Now, umbrella committees abroad. In the host countries, umbrella committee were established to provide the high-level profiles for the festival, high-level profile of the festival. These committee facilitate collaboration with the local institution and government. Here is a very high-level profile for the festival. But you should be accurate. No politics may be done in this particular way. Otherwise, your aim and objective will be misleading. Planning. The plan is set for action in future. That what is the planning were there? The bilateral protocol. The planning process often follow the specific government to government bilateral protocols, which help to streamline coordination and implementation of the festival in the various countries. So bilateral protocol, you should contact for them date, time, and venue also. Preparation of the timeline. We have seen something, time, space, and causes. Three are interrelated for this thing. Time and cause, and space are also related for them. Time, cause, and relation, space are correlated for this thing. Preparation of the timeline. The preparation period for the large festival typically in the Spain at least a year. Not only 1 day or 2 days for this thing, but you're continuously 360 angle or 365 days you are working for that. These allowed ample time for the detailed planning, coordination, and promotion of the events. Event calendar. Once a broad framework of the festival was established, counterpart agencies in the both India and the host country were identified to implement the various events. When you're talking to solve the problem, you should identify what is the problem for this thing. Problem identify the first stage of your decision making. A detailed calendar or events was created to the outline of the schedule and activities. Now we are coming to the organization. We have seen so many organizations that without organization you cannot do the effectively. Diverse events. The festival feature wide range of events, including the exhibition, performance, workshop, and cultural exchange. These events were designed to showcase the richness of Indian culture and engage to diverse audience. Associated events. To enhance the impact of the core festival events, several associated events were planned around them. These include educational programs, outreach the initiative, and the promotional activities to the generate interest and participation. Publicity and promotion. Advance publicity was crucial for the success of the festival. Without advance publicity, it is very monotonous and you are not informing your audience. Audience will not engage in this particular festival. Efforts were made to promote the festival through the various media channels, ensuring the objectives and significance of the event were communicated effectively to the public. Local collaboration. In the host countries, negotiation for the holding the specific event were open conducted one-to-one basis with the local museums and cultural institutions which required flexibility and adaptability in the planning process. In summary, the structure, planning, and organization of the Festival of India involved a multi-tier approach that emphasized collaboration between Indian authorities and local institutions abroad, extensive preparation, and diverse array of the cultural events aimed to promoting Indian heritage on the global stage. Now we are completed 21. Now we are end of the India Fest. Now we'll let something about the discuss about the particular topic, India Fest. What were the main objective of the India Fest organized by TCI, Travel Corporation of India? What it promote and generate the interest? The fest, the corporation objective is promote and generate the interest to create the awareness and interest in Europe toward the India as a tourist destination and attract the visitor to draw the visitor to the India Fest and showcase the various tourism attractions of India. To engage the visitor through the Indian entertainment, cuisine, and the sale of Indian goods, as well as by showing the audio visual presentation and and distributing the free publicity materials and organizing informative seminar. Then you conduct a seminar, where conduct a seminar in India Fest. To conduct a, to conduct a seminar, to conduct a seminars for travel agents, tour operators, airline personnel, and media to provide information about Indian tourism. These objectives were aimed to enhancing the visibility of media as a travel destination and generating additional tourist traffic to the country. Now, how did TCI, Travel Corporation of India, promote India Fest abroad and what areas were covered? TCI promoted the India abroad through the variety of strategic collaboration with the airlines and tourism department. Earlier did the Air India, Others India, and Department of Tourism, Government of India to gain the support and sponsor from the event. Organizing the seminar. Seminars were held to board of the MS France, where delegates were invited to learn about the Indian tourism while enjoying Indian government meals and entertainment. These approach allowed TCI to directly engage with the travel agents and media. Publicity material. TCI produced and distributed colorful poster, brochure, multi, multiple brochure, and video film showcasing tourist attraction in India. They printed thousands of copies of various promotional materials to reach the wider audience. Now, media engagement. Media always an important role to disseminate the message to the respective or potential customer. TCI arranged for TV and radio interviews, press release, and meeting with the tourism directors to further promote the event and generate interest in Indian tourism. Cultural presentation. The event featured Indian entertainment, including classical and folk dance performances, which helped to create a vibrant atmosphere and attract visitors. The area covered by the promotion include major European cities where the India Fest was held, specifically targeting the travel agents, tour operators, and media personnel to maximize outreach and engagement. What were the some challenges and achievements associated with the India Fest? Logistical issues. There were challenges related to the initial contract with the KD lines, which was altered from the two ship to just one. The MS France leading to the adjustment in planning and execution. Participation limitation. Although there was an encouraging response from the various suppliers of tourism products and services, the final number of stalls was reduced from the 25 to 16 due to logistical constraint, managing large crowd. During the seminar, TCI had a managed larger than expected crowd, with some events exceeding 150 guests necessitating with the division of seminars into multiple sessions. The achievement of the India Fest, what we achieved for this thing? Visitor engagement. Approximately 5,000 visitors were attending the India Fest on the board of the MS France, participating in shopping, entertainment, and meals, which indicated strong interest in Indian culture and tourism. Successful seminar. An estimated 900 to 1,000 travel agents 900 to 1,000 travel agents, tour operator and media representatives attended the seminar, which were well received, effectively promoted Indian tourism. Tourist generation, the event was expected to generate between 10,000 to 15,000 additional tourists to India over the following years, showcasing the potential impact of such promotional activities. Now, collaborative efforts. The successful collaboration with the TCI, Air India, the Government of India Tourist Office, and Lufthansa demonstrated the unified effort promoting Indian tourism, which is commendable given the challenge faced. Overall, despite the challenges, India Fest was a significant achievement in promoting India as a tourist or tourism destination and laid the groundwork for the future tourism initiative. Now we are completed 2022. Now we are the post in the Kalinga Bali Jatra. Kalinga in Odisha and Bali Jatra in Bali in Indonesia. Let us see what is happening in that particular Jatra or Yatra. What were the main objective of Kalinga Bali Jatra? The main objective of the Kalinga and Bali were promote Odisha as a tourist destination. Odisha, now it is Odisha. The Jatra aimed to focus the attention of Odisha as an attractive destination for tourists. That case study, they are promoting to the Odisha as a destination for tourism. Particularly, they targeting the visitor from East Asia, highlighting its beautiful landscape, vast beaches, and other resources which are there. We said there are so many mandirs or temples are there. They are the various type of heritage, history are there. Highlight the cultural heritage. Another key objective was to showcase the rich cultural heritage of Odisha, which dates back approximately 2,500 years. The event saw elevate the Bali Jatra festival from local celebration to a larger cultural festival with a broader participation. Now, it revived the historical ties. The Jatra was organized to retrace the ancient trade routes. Earlier, we have the business to the Indonesia, the ancient trade route to the sea, Odisha and Bali, thereby rediscovering, reinforcing the cultural ties that existed between the two regions. These objectives were the regions mean in concept of the Asia continent. These objectives were designed to generate interest in the Odisha culture heritage, boost tourism in the region. Now, how was the Kalinga Bali Jatra organized and executed? The Kalinga Bali Jatra was organized and executed through detailed plan, that is the planning and coordination. The Odisha state government developed a comprehensive plan to organize the Jatra, which involved retracing the old sea route between Odisha and Bali in Indonesia. They are the retracing this route, whether that which can um, flexible or that which can be benefited for this thing, or that Jatra can be benefit to the two countries. These plans include various activities in both India and Indonesia to enhance their cultural exchange. Cultural activities. Alongside the sea voyage, a series of cultural events were organized. These include seminars, exhibition, and performance showcasing Odisha's performing arts. Eminent scholars from both India as well as in Indonesia were invited to discuss the cultural links between two regions. When you are discussing the cultural links between the two countries, the inhabitants of the two countries were interested in going one place to another place. The both region or both countries, India or both state will be benefited, were benefited. The exhibition displayed Odisha handicrafts and the art forms. The publicity, just a minute. Publicity and promotion, the event was widely publicized through advertisement, press release, brochure, and other promotional materials. They can reach to the audience. The national media in both India and Indonesia provide extensive coverage, and the Department of Tourism produces various promotional items, including posters, booklets, and highlight the event. All these activities are effectively incorporated in the Ministry of Tourism and at the State Ministry also. Execution of the voyage. The actual sea voyage was a significant aspect of the Jatra, symbolized the historical maritime connection. Earlier, the route was sea route that symbolized it is remarkable by the minister and also other renowned person are coming to host this thing. The journey was not just a physical expedition but also cultural mission aimed to rekindling the ancient ties between two regions where it is old is gold. The proverb may be appropriated for this thing. Old culture, they are what is their existence for that, what are the benefits they are exchanging one to another. Now, involvement of the scholar and artist. The event saw a participation from the various scholars and artists, which added depth of the cultural exchange. The involvement of the academies help in discussing and promoting the cultural heritage of Odisha in Indonesia. Here, we may doubt something about the only culture can promote or attract the tourist. But if you explain, if you motivate, you can give into the each points of the culture, discuss, then definitely it may be some positive impact of the audience. So here prominent scholar in the field of culture, they are also giving information through the seminar in Indonesia overall. Kalinga Balijatra was a well coordinated effort that combined adventure, because it is the voice in the same, cultural promotion, promoting the cultural promotion, and historical reflection to enhance the tourism and cultural ties between India and Indonesia. Now, what cultural activities were included alongside the sea voyage? Now, question will come: what type of cultural activities were included? Alongside the sea voyage, along the sea voyage journey of this Kalinga Bali Jatra, several cultural activities were organized to promote the showcase, the rich Odisha heritage of the Odisha. These activities, one of the cultural festival. That festival is the reflection of the culture. Then we can understand what types of people are there, where the actual picture for this thing, they reflect for this thing. A 3-day cultural festival was held in Indonesia, featuring seminars, exhibits, and presentation of the Odisha's performing arts. These festivals aim to provide a platform for cultural exchange and interaction between the two regions. Not only exchange for that, they also the medium to motivate, to attract, to pull their attention. Seminar and academic discussion. Eminent scholars from the both India and Indonesia were invited to present their papers, research paper, maybe qualitative, maybe quantity, maybe descriptive, maybe a storytelling narrative, whatever the picture, papers are there, culture, related to cultural links between the two countries. These discussions, interest among the scholar, has a positive impact to the audience. These discussions aim to deepen the understanding of the historical and cultural connection between the two regions. Now, exhibition and handicrafts of the artists are artifacts. An exhibition showcase the handicraft of Odisha and other cultural artifacts. These include when you are coming to the exhibition, objects should be displayed of the various sector of Odisha rich artistic heritage, allowing the Indonesia audience to appreciate the craftsmanship and cultural significance of these items. Then it is also description that describe for this thing what is the importance for them, what is the characteristics of the particular object which are already in display. Performing arts presentation. The cultural program include the performance of traditional dance and music from Odisha, providing a glimpse into the state of vibrant artistic tradition. This was intended to recreate ethos of Odisha architecture, handicrafts, and folk dance for the Balinese and Indonesian people for them. Now, cultural exchange. That particular Kalinga Bali Jatra, what are the cultural exchange? What is the impact actually? How it is effect for that? The activities were designed to not only showcase the Odisha culture, but also to learn from the successful tourism practice of Bali, fostering the dynamic interaction between culture and tourism. Culture, that the dynamism, interplay, provide significant benefit to the both countries. It cannot be ignored. These cultural activities were integral of the Kalinga Bali Jatra as they aim to generate interest, create interest in Odisha cultural heritage and strengthen the ties between India and Indonesia. What cultural activities were included alongside the sea voyage? No, this is also completed, I think. Exhibition, handicap, performance of the traditional dance culture. Completed. Now we are coming to Unit 24, Palace on Wheel. The emergence of the Palace on Wheels project was influenced by the several key factors. Palace on Wheels means on the wheel you have the accommodated for that. It's just like a palace. Now, the positive market response. Initial discussion between the Ministry of Railways and various stakeholders in UK indicated the favorable responses to idea of the luxury train tour. The Board of Trade of UK government provided positive comments on the business potential of the project, suggesting that it could be attract UK region origin tourists. So there, because in Rajasthan it is done the tourism potential of the Rajasthan. They are given to the choosing the particular destination of the Rajasthan. Rajasthan was identified as a region with vast tourism potential, characteristic by its rich heritage. We have so many palaces are there. The design in various palaces, fort, and scenic spots also. These made an ideal location for a luxury train experience that could merge travel and tourism. Now, concept of the mobile hotel. The project was conceptualized as a hotel on wheels. Repeat this thing, hotel on wheels, allowing tourists to travel at night and explore tourist centers during the day. They are going to the along with this train, they are taken to the rest at the night, but also visiting to the site at the morning or daytime. This innovative approach aim to enhance the travel experience by combining comfort with sightseeing. The government support and collaboration. The project received a backing from the Indian government, particularly the Ministry of Railway and the Department of Tourism, Government of India. Collaboration with the Rajasthan Tourism Development Corporation. Every state has the tourism corporation because it is the project, it is the initiative taken by the government of India. If ministry, if it is under control of the ministry, if it not differentiate the tourism development corporation, so it may be hinder the development of the tourism. That's the concept is the tourism development corporation under Ministry of Tourism of the state and indirectly controlled by the central government was also crucial as the responsible for various operational aspects, including reservation, ground arrangement, safety, security, and their entertainment for this. Culture and heritage conservation. The project aimed to conserve and maintain the heritage of the royal and viceregal coaches, which added to in a unique cultural dimension to the travel experience. This focus on heritage was intended to attract attention of the tourism in India and promote its unique offering. In this country, I say it is basically meant for the foreigners. Now it is most probably it is not existing due to it is expensive. It is not domestic tourists cannot afford for this thing, domestic and less number of foreign tourists are arrival for this thing to enjoying for this thing. Somehow it is discontinued for this thing. Later part in your study material it is not there. Now latest part it is also discontinued for this thing. These factors collectively contributed to the successful launch of the Palace on Wheels, making a landmark project in Indian tourism. How did Railway and Rajasthan Tourism Development Corporation collaborate on this initiative. The collaboration between the Indian Railway and the Rajasthan Tourism Development Corporation on the Palace of Wheels initiative in one well-defined partnership. We heard the word triple PPP, public-private partnership. Now it is renowned and it is usable to develop in undeveloped area where public are interested, private stakeholder involving to develop the particular area for their own interest. And joint venture, the Palace on Wheel project was established as a joint venture between Indian Railway and Rajasthan Tourism Development Corporation. These partnership was essential for leveraging the strength of the both organizations in promoting tourism. Rajasthan Tourism Development Corporation promotes their tourism destination, whereas Indian Railway providing smooth transportation and all the arrangement for this thing. Operational responsibility. Under this agreement, where I said about that, Indian Railways was responsible for the operation of the train and the maintenance of the rolling stock. These include ensuring that the train was in good condition and that journey was safe and comfortable to the passenger as well as safety. Now, tourism and hospitality services. The Rajasthan Tourism Development Corporation took charges for various aspects related to the tourism and hospitality. These include managing the reservation, promotion, housekeeping, catering on the board, and organizing sightseeing and cultural program at the various destinations. They also arrange for activities such as boat, camel, elephant rides, enhancing the overall tourist experience for their satisfaction. In the itinerary development for this thing, the collaboration involved in the involved development of the specific itineraries for Indian journey. Initially, 3 itineraries were proposed. After the trial runs, the final itinerary of the 7 days and 6 nights was established, showcasing the rich heritage and attraction of the Rajasthan. Promotion and marketing. Whatever this thing you need, marketing and promote the product. Promotional strategy, marketing strategy are needed. Both organizations, that means Indian Railway and Rajasthan Tourism Development Corporation, work together to promote the Palace on Wheels as a unique tourism product. These include targeted marketing efforts. Earlier I said market with number of customer. Here you target your customer who can spend the money for this particular product. So there is given to the targeting market, high income group aim to attracting foreign tourists, particularly from the UK, who were seen as a key market for luxury travel experiences. So they targeted to the UK, they targeted to the high income group, they targeted to the financially sound people for that. Though this collaborative approach, the Indian Railways had successfully created a distinctive, luxurious travel experience that highlight the cultural heritage of the Rajasthan while providing modern comfort to the tourists. Well, we know that the 4 A's of that attraction, accommodation, accessibility, and amenities. Amenity, attraction, and accessibility all are provided by 2 organizations for the successful implementation, execution to satisfy the tourist. What promotional strategy? We need the promotion. What type of promotional strategy are needed? What implement to market the Palace on Wheels experience? The promotional strategy implemented to the market of place on wheels experience includes the variety of targeted marketing. Effort to aim at attracting both domestic and international tourism. But here domestic tourists are unable to capable to spend the money for the little luxurious. Particularly from the UK, they are aimed to the UK. Here, the key strategy advertising campaigns. They given to the advertising. The advertising gives the materials, the message to the particular audience. A comprehensive advertising campaign was launched, which include the multiple insertion in leading daily and Sunday national newspaper. They targeting to the newspaper. Yeah, and daily and Sunday. Basically, they're targeting to the daily because Sunday is the holidays for them. These campaign aim to inform the British public about the unique design and offering of the palace on wheels. This is one of the advertising campaign. That promotional brochure. Brochure means in this particular brochure, we have some message to the audience. The creator of the brochure should be attractive, and it was done also. The Government of India Tourist Office in London was stuck with the promotional brochure that provide detailed information about the palace on wheels. These ensure that potential tourists had access to the comprehensive transformation following their exposure to the advertisement. Media engagement. Again, media is responsible to the right audience, to the right message. Here, journalists from the prominent UK publication were invited to experience the palace on wheels. This strategy aimed to generate positive media coverage without any expenses and travel log that would promote the trade in various newspapers and magazines. Press release and display. General press releases along with the photographs were distributed to important trade and consumer publication. Additionally, promotional displays were organized at the various locations, including American Express, credit cards offices, and India tourist offices to generate interest and inquiries from the public. So it is the source of information. Information services. A dedicated palace on wheels information services were established in London to handle inquiry about the trend. Here, UK are the targeting market for this thing, in a high income group. This service managed around 8,000 inquiries, providing potential customers with the information they need to make the travel decision. Travel related information. Information is one of the important sources into travel and tourism industry. So, information related to the attraction, information related to the accommodation sector, information related to the accessibility transportation system and other facility sites in and tourism products in India. Gradual market expansion. After the initial promotion, season focus on the UK market, the Palace and Wheels was gradually promoting in other countries. One to many countries, allowing more tour operator to include it in their travel packages. This broader marketing approach helped to reach the wider audience and number of tourists are coming for the particular palace on wheels. Of course, it is maybe primary, maybe secondary, how you are projecting for this thing. These promotional strategy collectively contributed to the successful marketing of Palace on Wheels, establishing it as a premium luxury travel experience in India. Now, now it is completed. Is there any question for that? Hello?
All okay, sir. Please continue.
Yes, sir. All okay.
Now I am completed today's agenda. So I have given to the some questions about that. So can you discuss about the question from your side? I am given to the some question regarding this Vidya dadati vinayam vinaya jati patratam patrata dhanam apnoti dhana dharma tatoshukam. The question number one, the keys. Oh, sorry, this is the national policy. No, no, this is not. This the question is how can the principle of knowledge, this discipline, worthiness, wealth, and good deeds be applied to the development of sustainable tourism practices? Can you answer anyone? This is the slokas for this thing. On the base of the sloka, how can you interact in context of tourism? These are the questions. Can we discuss about that? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can.
We are discuss.
Just then you can also practice about this particular thing. Then how to relate this thing, it is important for that. Okay. Is there any question for that? Actually, today's agenda, whatever the discuss profile of that, I have discussed about it. Is there any question for that?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No question.
And next class, I expect you prepare for this question and discuss yourself. Then it will better for your idea about this matter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
May I leave for that?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.